Was fearful turning down a guy for a dance at a party or a drink at a bar. You never know how men are going to react with rejection or things like that. And I'm like, yeah, I, I just never thought about that. That's male privilege. So the idea, as I will lead into the second segment here, the idea that people don't acknowledge their privilege is not amazing to me. It's understandable. I've talked about it before. People want to say to themselves, I made it here on my own with my own grit and determination. And they don't want to recognize that sometimes systems and structures, societal structures, give you a leg up. And it could be man, they could be white, it could be Christian, right? These are different privileges that people have specifically in this country that gives them access to certain things that they may overlook. And it's important to recognize the fact that you have these privileges and recognize the fact that just because you have these privileges, that doesn't mean that you have a right to have a voice in every conversation. Those who have privilege to know have the duty to act. Albert Einstein. What does that mean? When you have privilege and you're seeing somebody that doesn't have privilege and you're seeing an injustice, and once again, you have that privilege, it is your duty, it is your responsibility to act, to help those that don't have the privileges that you have. So when my sister brings up feminism, when we talk to people in the LGBTQ plus community, I am not in either one of those communities. Well, I try to be a feminist, but I'm not a woman. Okay. I'm not in the LGBTQ plus community, but I consider myself, or at least I attempt to be, an ally. And I have a privilege being a straight male that a lot of people in the LGBTQ plus community do not have. It is incumbent upon me to use my voice to speak up when there is injustices done upon the people that don't have my privilege. And this is coming from a Black man. This is coming from a Black man. That those that don't even have my privilege, it is a duty for me to act and be an ally for them. That's the reason why those people will always have, I say those people who don't have the privileges that I have, that don't have the access to things that I have. That's the reason why they will always have a voice in the show. I will always stop and listen because I don't believe that my privilege gives me the right to put my voice in every conversation. Sometimes I just need to shut the hell up. And that's going to lead me to my second segment when I talk about Caitlyn Clark. There's a lot of people that need to shut the hell up. And I'm going to get into that next. Caitlyn Clark. Just saying the name, I'm going to get views and likes and dislikes because her name is an engagement word, right? That's something to drive traffic because she's a hot button issue. And I, this is my slang coming out. I job like, meaning like I kind of, and not kind of, I do feel extremely sorry for her. She just wants to play basketball. I'm a fan of Caitlyn Clark. I want her to do well. So everything that I'm going to preface this entire segment by saying, I am a fan and I want her to do well. Also somebody who will be a straight shooter and keep things real. The ghetto made me crazy, but it also made me real. To quote my man, Young Bleed. But I want her to be successful. And the amount of pressure that she has on her from society, not just to play basketball, to be a figure in everybody's mind is too much. So from the white community, not every white person, but she's the great white hope. She is I've talked about it before. She is a white person that plays in a predominantly Black sport. And she was very, very good, fantastic, world record setting in college, right? So it's very rare. She's an anomaly, and anomalies are attractive to whatever they represent. And she represents somebody white that that was dominant on the college level in a Black dominated sport. So she's going to gain fans regardless because she's also middle America, right? And she's not overworldly, breathtakingly gorgeous. I'm not calling her ugly by any means, but she's not like Cameron Brink, who looks like a Barbie, right? She looks like somebody. She looks like an average person, right? She's an average person with exceptional skill. And that's charming to a lot of people who can kind of see a little bit of themselves in her. It's very difficult to, even for me as a Black man, as a tall and big, giant Black man, as far as, comparing myself to every average day man, it is not easy for me to look at a Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant when they're only a couple inches taller than me and picture myself being them. Like, I can't. They're otherworldly, athletically gifted. If you like that clip, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to catch up on all of our latest content. Don't forget to hit the notification button when you do subscribe so you can get updated every time we release content. We release content every day, whether it's an actual show or clips from the shows. So go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. Also, don't forget our Patreon page where you can find our Talking Straight-ish and After Hours Uncensored episodes. That's patreon.com/Unsolicited Perspectives. But once again, thank you again for listening to Unsolicited Perspectives. I'm your host, Bruce Anthony, and I'm going to catch you next time. I'll holla.